My dad was a soldier in, Khmer Rouge and stuff. And my parents always remind me about how they escaped and why I should make my life better. So this kind of like, this keeps reminding me, but I don't really think about it sometimes. But when I do, it kind of gets me upset. So like my dad, he tells me that he was stuck in the jungle and he had to survive. And he like became 16 and he was in the jungle eating snakes and all this stuff. And then he met up with the soldiers and he was really sick one day and he was almost dead. So then one of the soldiers talked to, like one of the major up-headed, what do you call those, chiefs?
General.
Yeah, general. And he says, kill him so he doesn't suffer. And then his wife, the general's wife, begs his husband to let him live one more day. And so then she helped my dad out and he became a soldier. And he survived and then he came to America. And I'm here now.
You know, like family generations. Like, we're all cousins here. Oh, saw you burnt. We're all cousins here. I mean, besides Buta, but he's like my cousin's cousins. And, yeah, sort of. Sort of his cousin. And, like, this brought me up thinking it's really up to parents to show, like, who our cousins are, you know. For my dad to show me his cousins so I know my dad's cousins' children, to know that, hey, I'm related to them. I know what they do. I know what my other family does. You know, how we're related. It sort of remind me of, like, the end of Dragon Ball GT. How, at the very end of Dragon Ball GT, all the family was together, and Goku and Kid Goku was fighting a tournament against Kid Vegeta, and they didn't even know each other, which kind of made me sad, because they're a rare race, and we're just rare too. We're just first generation Cambodians. I mean, that's pretty rare, because all of our parents are fobs, and they had to struggle and survive without money or nothing like that. They lived off the government for a while, and that was about it. But now, like, we're good. We're doing good. We're all healthy. We're all smart, going to school. We don't smoke drugs, do crack, nothing like that. We're pretty straight kids. And, yeah, so it's up to the parents to show us about our cousins and see, like, how our life is compared to other people's lives. And, like, because they came through the same path, pretty much, Dragon Ball, this good stuff, man.
I don't really know much about my family's past, but I know a lot about family ties. And my dad kind of came and was adopted, or took in by the family, my aunts and uncles that were living in South Dakota. And they kind of trained him and made him a better person, because he was kind of homeless. He had no one else to look after him or anything. And I just thought that it's pretty decent family. People sticking up for each other, all for the same cause, because they all ran here from Khmer Rouge. So, and as they took him in, and they also took another girl in, which was my mom. They had me, of course, but I also had a sister. She's a nice person. Okay, but other than that, without them, me and my sister wouldn't have been able to have the opportunities we've had in life to get an education and thrive and become better than my father and my mother was, because they didn't have the opportunities we had coming here from Cambodia, not knowing any knowledge and the chance for education. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z was pretty right on there.
April 17th, 1975, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the Khmer Rouge came into Phnom Penh and they emptied out the entire city. And people had to march out of the cities into the country.
Get separated
This
from
is-
your family.
Family separation occurred, and this happened not just in Phnom Penh. This also happened in Battambang, all the major cities. You know, when you have millions of people moving out of a city, imagine what that does to the psyche of that person. You know, knowing
Psychological.
Psychologically.
doing what happens to the psyche of that person. Like I said, trying to correct me.
Sorry.
And what parents should really do for their kids is tell them their story. It helps the parents, it helps the kids understand like where they come from, and it brings a relationship closer. I remember when my mom and dad sat me and Alex down for lunch, and you know we always had like the family lunch at the restaurant. One day, I don't know what it was. I must have said something or something was done that brought out my dad telling his story of his time during the Khmer Rouge and how he had to escape Bailin and run to the Thai border. You know, not knowing what was going to happen in his future and whatnot. So have fun during Cambodian New Year's, you know, and
Don't forget the
recognize
history.
that you know not all of it's always fun and games, because on 3 days right after all this celebration and whatnot, millions of people were not evacuated but forced to leave their homes and family for a new government regime.
They were lied to, telling
Yeah.
them Vietnam was going to invade.
Yeah, they were basically lied to, and because of that one day, we're not able to see uncles and aunts who were supposed to be here. My dad's side, my dad's missing one brother and one sister because of starvation, and my mom lost 2 brothers and 2 sisters because of starvation, and we have uncles who've been shot. Just know that our parents, if you're of Cambodian descent, just know that our parents went through a lot just to get here, and don't take whatever you have for granted.
If y'all like this, and you like us, Slightly Burnt, we need supporters. We need y'all to rate, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. You have to be what that. What was that? I killed a queen.
Supporters, help us out. Rate, comment, subscribe.
Get your family hissy straight too. What? That's so shit. That's so shit. What's that pause? Like, why you pause? That's all I'm gonna say. He didn't say Slight Bird.
If y'all like us, we need support. Rate, comment, subscribe.
Right, yeah, get your family hissy straight.
Sorry.
We are Slightly Burnt Crew. We need supporters out there that like this. Rate, comment, and subscribe.
Get your family hissy straight too.
Because we want to hear from you. We want to know your family